Okay, good morning, everyone. So, we are the group Blue and Brown, and we are here to present our learning plan. So, our learning plan title is To Be or Not to Be Congruent Triangles. The proponents are us, and our learning area is mathematics. Grading period, third quarter, and number of days are 5. Content standards. The learner demonstrates understanding of key concepts of axiomatic structure of geometry and triangle congruence. Performance standards. The learner is able to formulate an organized plan to handle a real-life situation and is able to communicate mathematical thinking with coherence and clarity in formulating, investigating, analyzing, and solving real-life problems involving congruent triangles using appropriate and accurate representations. So, first, day and time, 8 to 9. Wake up, make up your bed, eat breakfast, and get ready for an awesome day. Then 9 to 9:30, have a short exercise or meditation or bonding with the family. So let's start with Monday. Monday, 9:30 to 10:30, illustrates the learning competency is illustrates triangle congruence. For learning task, contextualization, make a box out of congruent triangles. Then for discussion, the lesson is triangle congruence. So read and understand the illustrative examples of congruent triangles, pages 2 to 3 in module 3. For independent practice, do activity 1, polygon investigation of page 1 in module 3. Then for assessment, answer activity 3, triangle parts, page 3, module 3. For ICT integration, we use hardware for self-learning modules. Go.
For Monday, with the same time, the assigned learning competency illustrates the SAS, ASA, and SSS congruence postulates. For learning tasks, for contextualization from the box that was made out of congruent triangles, determine the SAS, ASA, and SSS congruence postulates. And for the discussion, the lesson will be triangle congruence and read and comprehend triangle congruence postulates pages 4 to 5 in module 3. For independent practice, the students will answer activity 4, SSS, SAS, and ASA, page 5 in module 3. And for the assessment, answer activity 5, evaluating and learning, page 6. For ICT integration, we use hardware, which is self-learning modules. For Wednesday, with the same time also, the learning competency is proves two triangles are congruent. For learning task, contextualization, find two triangle objects around you and prove its congruency. For the discussion, the lesson will be proving two triangles by SSS, SAS, and ASA, and read and study the short discussion on how to prove two triangles are congruent. That will be pages 4 to 6 in module 4. For practice, answer activity 1, tell me, that will be page 3 in module 4, and there will be no assessment. So the ICT integration will be self-learning modules under hardware.
For Thursday, 9:30 to 10:30, the learning competency is proved two triangles are congruent. There is no learning task. And for the discussion, visit and watch this video about proving two triangles are congruent. These are the link. And for the practice, answer activity 2, identify me, page 6 in module 4. And the assessment is answer activity 3, picture in page 7. And the ICT integration in hardware, self-learning modules, and software is YouTube. And also in Friday, 9:30 to 10:30, the learning competency is applies triangle congruence to construct perpendicular lines and angle bisector. The learning task is make a kite. So the discussion is lesson applying triangle congruence. Read and analyze the examples of real-life problems that involve congruent triangles. Page 14 to 16 in module 4. So in this Practice, do activity 1, label and find page 13 in module 4. And for the assessment, answer the assessment post-test in the last part of the module. And the ICT integration is for the hardware self-learning modules.
And for the part 2, in Monday, same time, 9:30 to 10:30, the learning competency is illustrate triangle congruence. And the specific daily learning outcomes, through illustrating triangle congruence, the students will be able to first define triangle congruence, second determine the triangle parts, and last construct an object using triangle congruence. And the daily procedure starts from starts with the morning routine. Next, have a 5 minute stretching. Prepare unnecessary items such as module, papers, pencil, ball pen, and make your room conductive for learning. And next, have a quick review of the previous lesson. Next, start reading the lesson for today, page 2 to 3, module 3. Answer the activities that can be found in page 1 and 3 and list down the things that you can find confusing and ask someone for help to answer your confusion. If not, compile your questions and ask them to your teacher. Next and last, for further learning, you may search on the internet or you can watch educational videos on YouTube. Next is Tuesday, same time. The learning competency is illustrate the SES, ESA, and SSS congruence postulates. And through illustrating the SEA, SES, and ESE, and SSS, the students will be able to first describe SES, ESA, and SSS. Second, apply the SES, ESA, ASA, and SSS. Next is differentiate SES, ESA, and SSS. And next is start with the morning routine. Second, have a 5 minutes stretching. Prepare unnecessary items such as module, papers, pencil, ball pen, and make your room conductive for learning. Starts reading the lesson for today, page 4 to 5, module 3, and answer the activities that can be found in page 5 to 6. Next, list down the things that you can find confusing and ask someone for help to answer your confusion. If not, compile your question and ask them to your teacher. And last, for further learning, you may search on the internet or you can watch educational videos on YouTube.
Next is on Wednesday, 9:30 to 10:30, proves two triangles are congruent. The specific daily learning outcomes is through proving two triangles that are congruent. The students will be able to first explain triangle congruence and second justify triangle congruence. The daily procedures is start with morning routine and have a 5 minute stretching. Next is prepare the necessary items such as modules, papers, pencil, or ball pen and make your room conducive for learning. Next is have a quick review of the previous lesson and start reading the lesson for today, page 4 to 6, module 4. Next is answer the activities that can be found in page 4 to 6. You may answer the activity found in page 3 and list down the things that you find confusing and ask someone for help to answer your confusion. If not, compile your question and ask them to your teacher. Last is for further learning, you may search on the internet or you can watch educational videos on YouTube. Thursday, the same time and learning competency and the specific daily learning outcomes is proving two triangles the same with specific daily learning outcomes on Wednesday and the daily procedures is first start with morning routine, have a 5 minute
Wala na
stretching
ko
and
na kuan
prepare as
man.
necessary items such as modules,
Na full
papers,
screen.
pencil or ball pen
Anyway,
and make your room
recording na.
conducive for learning. 4 is have a quick review of the previous lesson, you may start to watch video of about proving two triangles are congruent on YouTube. List down all the important points and start answering the activity that can be found in page 6. Then do the activity 3 in page 7. List down the things that you find confusing and ask someone for help to answer your confusion. If not, compile your questions and ask them to your teacher. And for further learning, you may search on the internet or you can watch educational videos on YouTube.
So for Friday, the learning competency is applies triangle congruence to construct perpendicular lines and angle bisectors, while the outcomes through applying triangle congruence to construct perpendicular lines and angle bisectors, the students will be able to first illustrate perpendicular lines and angle bisectors by applying triangle congruence. Second, create a representation of perpendicular lines and angle bisectors through triangle congruence. And for the procedure, first is to start with morning routine. Second is have a 5-minute stretching. And third is prepare the necessary items such as mojos, papers, pencil and ball pen, and make your room conducive for learning. Fourth, have a quick activity found in page 13. Then answer the assessment in pages 19 to 20. List down the things that you find confusing. 9 is ask someone for help to answer your confusions. And if not, compile your questions and ask them to your teacher. And lastly, for further learning, you may search on the internet or you can watch educational videos on YouTube. And that would be all. Thank you so much and God bless.